Okay, good evening, morning, night, day, whatever current time space you're in now. I'm back with my review. I missed my deadline for myself for like Monday to Wednesday. I'll be honest. My goal now, I'm really bad with deadlines or setting myself like time to do certain things or appointments and things like that. So my goal will be to do one a week. With my current work schedule, as possible, I might only do one every like week and a half or so. Like maybe once, you might see one every 2 weeks. A review on this channel, but I'm aiming for one a week. I might pump out two when I'm really on some new things that I really want to get to quick and fresh. Friday, I'm gonna listen to a newer project and have that. I'm trying to have turnaround by Sunday or Monday. We'll see how that happens. But today's review is going to be over Vince Staples' Dark Times. I was really excited about this project because I have loved Big Fish Theory and Summertime 06 for years now. My first year of college, going into like starting college when I was younger. I replayed Summertime 06 like for many times. Some of the songs are one of my favorites of all time. I love Wanna Hang, Wanna Bang, Wanna Slang, and Surf, and North was one of the ones that really put me on to Vince Staples. That was the first music video and song I'd ever seen from Vince Staples. So this week we're going into Vince Staples' Dark Times, and I did take many notes for this one, so I'm excited about this one. I finished my third listen through last night, so I have some new, fresh, contradicting thoughts to what I thought about it when I wrote on the second review. So let's go down the listing. So we have the intro, which is a skit intro, about a minute and a half long. Close Your Eyes and Swing. Really sets the tone for this album. Very ominous, swelling intro with spoken word passage. To live is to be like the N-word in the tree. I'm not the type person. I'm not going to be the type of white person to say N-word on this channel. So if I cover any people call it like POC artists, minority groups that have slang in them that I feel like is not good for me to say. I'm not going to say it on the channel. That's just my stance on the matter. But it really sets the tone for this album. Really dark, dense, gloomy production and topic-wise and instrumentation. Kind of like other Vince albums, but this one, like I would say for this one and the last album he did, they're getting darker as they go on. There are points at the end of this album that really bring the cheer back up and like leave you with optimism, a bit of optimism. I'll explain as we go on. Then we go on the first true track, track 2, actual like rapped, produced, like obviously put like track made to be not a skit, basically. Black and Blue, no spaces. Here's my main comments off the first few listens. I still stand by this. I love the beat, getting back in that groove, coming in with a banger. The deadpan delivery really fits the tone of the cover and the message of this album, Dark Times. Catchy and easy to remember chorus. So black and blue. I can already remember the kind of tone he sings it in. Not a big fan of sayings like cable was basic, bitches was too. No reason to put women down, but like presenting more femme in public, I get more conscious now of people using degrading language to women and femme presenting people. Another moment in the song that stood out for like lyrics wise about like how dark tough matter is, being like, I spent a lot of time visiting our kinfolks, put them inside my rhyme, hoping they live on. Kinfolks live on. It's a bit of a slant rhyme, but yeah, a lot of Vince's music really is a testament to like talking about their dead homies, their people who passed away, the people who are still going through the struggle even though he's made it out. And I really appreciate that. That's something I really do appreciate about his music, is how he doesn't forget to like reference and embrace where he came from, even if it was a harder place to come from. I kind of came from a lower income family, definitely not like the lowest of incomes, but lower income family. Like not a very clean environment where I came up in, like a lot of it was a bit of a struggle in some moments, yeah. But I think it's okay to acknowledge where you are now versus where you were, and everybody should. Then we move on to Government Cheese, first two real tracks. I love both, amazing, incredible beats, bringing that kind of West Coast feel into it. Comments here are, I love the groovy, bouncy beats, they just keep coming. Vocals even more low-key, kind of hard to understand in this one. The beat instrumental overshadows Vince in some points where I can't really tell what he's saying. But I love how the chorus, like in reference to Government Cheese, like referencing everybody's ID, like you smile, they tell you not to smile for your picture when you go for an ID. But I just love how it kind of, in the snarky way, comes in the chorus, being like, just don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile. Even though he's been talking about all this really sad shit, he's just like, don't forget to smile. Keep smiling through it. It really sticks with me. The West Coast synth coming in from back in these songs just reminds me a lot of Blue Suede's, one of his earlier songs. That song slaps. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it. The message in both the second and third song here is dark. See, it's hard to sleep when you're only one living the dream. Hard to leave, in words, hanging when you the money tree. Something about the gutter that make us hate each other. Had to bury my older brother, that shit humbled me. And that was one of the first lines that really like cut through, even though I couldn't understand some parts of the song. I was like, oh damn, I can imagine, like, I have a brother, I had to see him die before me, especially if he's younger than me, that would hit. But having been bury your brother at all is a lot to go through. Then we head into children's song, which I like how this one and radio song later on, like the song is called Radio, really play into like commentary of music. Like it's called children's song, but the song itself is like probably the most raunchy song on the album so far. I like the beat, very Earl Sweatshirt-ish, that's what I wrote. Lyrics I can mostly let fall in the background. I love the Free My Aphex Twin opener, reference to Aphex Twin again. There's now 2 albums on the channel that have covered Aphex Twin, Yule, Soft Scars, and this album. I might eventually review an Aphex Twin album. I'm really just going to one all the way through, so that'd be an exciting visit for this channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. And I guess while I'm thinking about that, I'll interject, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it around with friends, leave a comment, helps in engagement, helps me know what I need to cover next, helps me find new albums I never would have heard. We'll get back to the song, children's song. I think lines like "I'm too rich to be your friend" make this song a bit arrogant for me. Revisits, I'll let it ride through because I like the production. Most of the songs through here so far. But this one is "Shame of the Devil" I won't be putting on playlists. Both are a bit underwhelming topic-wise. All these grown inwards living off women, okay, and live how you like. Like if you're like my partner, you make more income than me currently, like a little bit more, but like it's okay on arrangements you have, depending on people and purposes involved. Like if a girl is making more money than you and helping provide more, or if she's the only one providing and you're struggling, that's okay as long as you're working towards something. And you know, like even in the case where like they're making enough money where they can cover both of you, who cares? Live your life. So the lines like people living off women, discuss, like who cares? Like this is the type of line where I'm like, live how you can. The world's hard. Anyways, it's been my rant on that song, on the single. Also the line, "I know bitches are gonna be pussy before they give me a hug," disgusting, are just degrading topics. It's okay to ask for affection. Like, you can ask for a hug. Why highlight this in your music? I'd rather hear you discuss why you, as a man, don't feel like you can ask for a hug in the masculine perspective. That would matter more to me in this type of topic. So we're just going to go ahead and children's song and "Shame of the Devil." We're lumping into, like, some of my least favorite songs on the album. We'll move on. Beats are okay, but the single did not have me. "Shame on the Devil" did not have me hype as a single. Like, I'm not skipping it right now in most playthroughs of the album because I just want to digest it as a whole, especially for this review. But on revisits, I doubt I'm going to be going back to them specifically. Now, Etouffee, however, the next song, the translation being Cajun stew, a type of Cajun stew. The chorus is so catchy. Love the song. I played it back to back already. Love this song. With the beats, my favorite song so far, so bouncy. The message actually rings through like clear cut, with less judgy lyrics to women, less judgy lyrics in general. Quotes like, "Label trying to give me feedback, tell me to bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cause you've been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a cup of milk. Make the city proud. Put it on for the crack to come and tear me down. What are you about?" Which I'm like, yeah, this is a really good song. Beat's incredible. The chorus hits in. It really drives me in. And every time I think about it, I'm like, God damn, this song's so good. Really one of the best songs of the year. One of the best rap songs of the year to me. I'll clarify that. I still don't like the midget line. We can do without that. Thank you very much. Liars and Justin is another big skip in the album for me. Justin, beat-wise, is really good. Topic-wise, and the story loses me by the second half. It's just a women be lying-ass portion of the album. And, like, yeah, so do men. So does everybody. People in general, like, men, women, non-binary people, genderqueer people, agender people. People lie, and that's okay, but this just gives me very much, this whole part of the album, Liars and Justin, give me a women be lying ass type of that part of the album, and I'm like, we just don't need it. We just don't, like, Justin as a story song is good, but the ending part where he's like, where he just keeps repeating, women be lying, they can't trust these hoes, I'm like, every time that comes up in albums, I'm like, okay, we get it, guys, we get it, you're misogynists, we get it. Let me get back to where my notes were. Setting us up with that skit, I thought maybe we'd get multiple perspectives on the song about both the men and the woman lying on both sides of the relationship we're presented with. Just to learn that she lied about you being her cousin when the man shows up. The beat on Justin is pretty good. I like the story. I like the story. The song pays off pretty good in the production. It just felt underwhelming. Both parts are like under 3 minutes total, so you could just end up skipping the whole Liars and Justin, and I feel like it'd flow as better as an album, honestly. Another quote. When we're going into Radio, which is another really big favorite on this album. I really like the concept of this one, like how much what you say or do in music can impact the world, how radio has really moved from streaming and is considered really old-fashioned to listen to radio now, how nostalgic it is as a feeling to catch something live on the radio. Very low-key chorus, but I love the samples of radio and old R&B tracks laced throughout the chorus. Quotes, I pray to God that above, but he don't say nothing back. Whole second verse really hits for me. And the quote for the second verse. When we met, she told me she don't ever listen to rap. I asked her why. She said no man would speak to women like that. I asked her why. She said the woman is the key to the earth, and she's the one that gave birth, and she was raised in the church. So what you say in a verse means something different, but to me they're just words. I wasn't really trying to hear it till she kicked me to the curb. And yeah, this album, I can see, a lot of your language has changed about women, even after this talk. But I do think this is closer to getting to the point about how women can and should start changing your perspective about how you talk about them in your music and how you address women and femininity and feminine people in general in your music. A lot of these rappers don't address transgender people or non-binary people anyways, but I digress. Album's still good, the beat's still good. I'll kind of give my final thoughts on that when we get to the final songs. Moving into the song Nothing Matters. Smooth beat, another relationship song. I like the piano production on this whole album, stellar, but I disagree with the sentiment. Things do matter, even if it feels like it doesn't. Because every moment that we share feel like a Polaroid. Sometimes you gotta shake it up, see what's really there. I love lines like that. I love clips like that. Let's see. I love the 30-second female vocalist at the end. And then it kind of cuts into Little Homies, which I'll say here that every song transitions really good. That's what makes this album such a smooth listen. I feel like it makes every Vince album such a smooth listen. People don't think about how the transitions between tracks that last 30, 20, even like 10 to 5 seconds of a song can really matter in the transition and the layout of the track listing. Like, I would say I would take Liars and Justin out, but with the way the album plays, it rides so smooth that I understand why it's built the way it is currently. It rides perfectly together as it is. Even if I personally don't like the topic matters of certain songs or the way they address them. We're going to Little Homies. This one's so dancey, so vibey, the most evolutionary song on the album. I love the chorus. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder. Streets cool, she's cold, but the Lord taught us. Concrete with a rose blossom. I just love that we're finally getting an uplifting track at the end of this, especially kind of bringing our mood back up. Listen, things feel like they're hopeless, but they're not. You'll be okay. And sometimes it's something simple that you really need to hear. And I honestly, when revisiting this album, this song, Radio, and I would say Etouffee are my favorites so far. They really, really hit in on that uplifting message. And that's some days that's what you really need, honestly. Bring you out of the darkness. Dark times. Let's see, where am I at? I love the quote, hey, don't crash out. Love that Kilo Kish is back. Hell yeah, we fucking love Kilo Kish in here. One of my favorite albums of 2023. Go back and listen to 2022, American Girl. Go back and listen to American Girl if you haven't heard it. And the deluxe version. The deluxe version still has the same quality of songs. Just listen to the deluxe version. Just go straight to the deluxe version. Love the Things Get Better call out in the outro. Things get better. Hey, things get better. Like, call back and forth response. Love that. Very empowering. Then we go on the last actual song of the album, Free Man. Yeah, it's great to be a free man. Good groove. Not much I take out of this one personally. The outro is something that I will read in full here, almost full, because it's so fucking weird. This outro, I haven't seen anybody online talking about this yet. This outro is so fucking weird to end the album out on. We bring in Santa Gold, old femme pop singer, who, female pop singer, to read us out on the spoken word outro. She says, quote, I think creativity is the way that we connect to our spirits. Like, I have had this spirit thought recently. Actually, I had this experience. My body was like the whole world, I guess. And my leg was like, what do you call it? My leg was a whirlpool. And people were going down and they were like dying, but like at the same time, another part of my body, like things were being born. And I was like you know, then like the mother, but I was like the murderer, and I was like everything. I was like everything at once on my body, and I was walking toward. I was like this force, energetic force moving forward. The liquids and continue moving forward. I was like this force, energetic force moving forward. The whole time I'm real slow. I came away from that vision like, oh, everything's exactly as it should be. And people are playing the game they chose to play, and they is like me, and we are killing each other and being horrible and dark and beautiful and light at the same time. And it's all moving us forward to the path the humans are meant to be on, but very slowly. But I came away feeling like, but that's at the pace it's meant to be at. For what we need to do and get better and where we need to get to. This is where we need to get to. This is where we need to get to. Emotional vulnerability. Which I think the emotional vulnerability part's a good message. The rest of it about I dreamed about being the birth and the murderer kind of concerned me a little bit. Like, what type of drugs are you on, girl? To get this kind of awakening, you know? I think if anybody's ever taken acid or shrooms watching this video, you've had like it's awakening experience similar to this, but not exactly this. It just had me be like, okay, girl, you definitely on some shit, you know? I think it's fun that Vince got you recorded to put it on this track, but it was such a weird pivot to the outro. And then a woman at the very end, very tail end of the album, brings up the "pussy before a hug" line from the single to accent it, and she's like, "I'll be judgy." Wow, what a kind of slut-shaming way to end the outro to the album, which I still do feel that way. Just mixed feelings about this project, honestly. I would say without the single and the Liars and Justin song, this would be a perfect EP to me. But as it stands currently, the production carries it enough. I'm going against my notes here because I would say off third listen, I really, really love Vince's production. Every album he's put out, production has been fucking stellar. And even the parts I don't agree with or disagree with, like topic-wise or how it approaches it, I'm a big production person, so it really pushes it past some things where I'm otherwise like, I don't know about this one. I originally gave it about a 6 or 7 out of 10. I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. We have a few snippets that hold me back, but like I'm not going to listen to it out of context, but if I go back to the project itself, I'm probably not going to skip it. So it's kind of where I currently stand with the album. I have about, I would say, out of 13, 10 songs I would shuffle through and play. 3 I would let play through the album, but I would skip in certain moods. Excuse me. So that's kind of the mood for today. Just a reminder, give this review a like. Subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. I'm going to try to work on more editing these videos. I'm not a great editor. I'm trying to find a good software or program to edit like phone recorded videos with. So if you give me a few recommendations, I'd love that in the comments. Talk about the album in the comment. Give me your thoughts on it. Give me a comment about what album you'd like to hear me review on the channel. Anything from rap, R&B, pop, rock, screamo. Love screamo. Started an album the other day, the newer Bring Me the Horizon album. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to cover next, but whatever I'm in the mood for, I'll try to cover something that comes out Friday and get a heavy turnaround, because it seems like from the Gambino review, if I cover something that comes out very soon when I get the review out, it gets more clicks on the channel. The only one outlier of that is a Mother review, which if you want to binge the channel out and kind of get a breakdown of different type of genres I'll do, start with the Mother review. I would say I'd push you to the Mother review and Childish Gambino Ada Vista review as the two that get the most hype recently. So yeah, hope you enjoy the review. I'll be back with more in the next week. Bye. Toodles.